right, sounds good. Good evening. By order of the Alabama Supreme Court at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, State of Alabama carried out the execution of Derrick Dearman by lethal injection at William C. Holman Prison Facility in Atmore, Alabama. Dearman, of course, was convicted of the capital murder in 2016 of Joseph Adam Turner, Robert Lee Brown, Chelsea Marie Reed, Justin Caleb Reed, and Shannon Melissa Randall in Mobile County. Please refer to other witnesses for his last words. Dearman was pronounced deceased at 6:14 p.m. I have a statement from one of the victim's family members that I'll read. Also, there will be, one of the family members would like to actually say something to y'all, so we'll have him. But before we get started, do you have any questions, Kim?
So Mr. Dearman, it looked like he moved his left arm slightly after the consciousness check. Did you see that, and was that a sign of consciousness?
No, it was not a sign of consciousness. But yeah, his arms did move a little bit. I saw both arms move a little bit, but it was not because he was conscious.
Dearman's spiritual advisor was set to be in the chamber. What happened there?
Yes. Dearman requested his spiritual advisor not be in the chamber with him just, minutes before the proceeding, so he was escorted off the property.
Do you know why he asked that?
I do not.
Dearman looked like his eyes were a little glassy or clouded, and there have been some suggestions that perhaps he was using drugs while he was incarcerated. Do you have any information on that?
I do not. As far as our information, there was a lot of staff interacting with him. He had visited with his families. We have no indication that he ingested controlled substances today.
How many sticks to gain access?
Marty, there was one stick in each arm.
So
Just two sticks, yes, sir.
I'm going to ask this one. Did the Attorney General witness this execution?
No, sir, he did not. The gentleman right back there that's writing, what, did you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
How much access do death row inmates have to other inmates? And is it possible for a death row inmate to buy or ingest drugs?
Anything is possible, but depending on the death row inmate, whether they have single walks or group walks. So some of them do not get to mingle with other death row inmates. Some of them do. It just depends.
We've been told of some potential recent drug abuse by Derrick Dearman in the past few days.
Yeah.
Is there any concern going into this that maybe that would watch the execution?
No, sir. We have contraband issues at the Department of Corrections. It is no secret. We fight it every day. We arrest, a lot of our own employees. We've arrested over 155 civilians this year trying to introduce contraband. So that's not an issue. Tonight, we successfully carried out the execution of Derrick Dearman. So with that, I'm going to read the statement written by Bryant Henry Randall. And he wrote it to Commissioner Department of Corrections and the press, reference the execution of Derrick Dearman. There are no words to express how this whole ordeal has impacted my family. I'll never forget the day I got the news. My wife asked me to pull over, and I did at a gas station. I thought she needed something from the store, but instead she wanted me out from behind the steering wheel when I was told the news. When she uttered the words, "They're all dead," my body trembled with every feeling unimaginable. The biggest thing that bothered me was not being able to tell all of them simple word, goodbye. A goodbye seems like an easy word, but when it's been taken from you to express your parting, it seems sad, as there is no closure to this nightmare when you can't say it, especially to loved ones. But today this world is saying goodbye to an individual who stripped me of my only daughter and unborn grandchild, my only sister, and my youngest brother. Today, goodbye will be easy for many because we have all heard the horrific things that Derrick Dearman did to all the innocent individuals that you murdered. Whether it was drugs or just pure hate and the devil in his heart, Dearman will get a final goodbye, whereas I'm still waiting on mine. I so long for the final goodbye for my daughter, and I would have loved to meet my grandchild. I was so looking forward to being a grandparent. I would have loved for my sister to watch her kids grow up and their accomplishments, or my brother to watch his son grow up as well. But I was stripped in many ways of happiness and the bond of a family by your senseless act. Today, my heart still hurts over what ifs and could haves, but it almost doesn't seem realistic that I will be getting some form of closure for Dearman's senseless act. It's taken me many years of reflecting and forgiveness to get to this point in my life. Every day is a struggle to be at peace with all this. Today we say goodbye to a man who made a decision that has affected many in so many ways. Today we say goodbye to evil, and hopefully some of us will rest better tonight knowing that justice has been served. With that, we'll ask Mr. Brown.
It was my only son, my stepdaughter, my step-granddaughter, both their husbands, another step-great-granddaughter, and I can't imagine any more than the screaming I did that night to go down there to where it happened. Only God stopped me from going down there. And the guy, it was a police officer who stopped me. He did the best thing he could have done that night. This don't bring nothing back. I can't get my son back or any of them back. That's all this evil going on in this world. This is just a sample of what's going on in this world. And if it don't change, the Lord's coming back. And everybody in this world is all committing some kind of sin of some kind. It don't just stop here. It goes all the way to the top. All this bickering, stealing, robbing, murdering. And these people out here don't even think about it. They just killing each other. And nobody's serving the Lord. They're all about self. Let's let this be a warning to somebody for a change. This don't bring no closer to us. We're going to suffer the rest of our lives. This ain't my first time of murder in my life. My mother was murdered. 1974, I rode ambulance with her. I was in shock for 4 days. I seen my family crying. And I was in a major motorcycle accident. It was advertised on Channel 15. Darwin Singleton interviewed me. Let this be a warning to all of you. If you ain't serving the Lord, you serve that devil. This is what you get for evil in your life. If we don't start going to church and trying to serve the Lord, this is just, an example of it. So that's what I got to say. All of you. It ain't just the politicians, the judges, the lawyers, all of them. If you serve that almighty dollar, you're doing wrong.
You said you wanted this to be a warning. Do you think that this will make someone think twice and be a deterrent for future incidents?
Don't you think so? If you start doing something like killing or something, what do you think it's going to do to you? It's going to put you in jail. You can be punished this much. I mean, this is the worst crime ever committed in Mobile County. Ever. I just, it's horrific.
Dearman said that he was doing it, wanted to be executed for some justice for your family. Do you feel any justice?
I feel pity. It's just pure pity for him because I have to forgive him. He asked for forgiveness from us. And I mean, if you can't go to the Lord with forgiveness in your heart, you can't go to the Lord. You cannot go with closed fists. You got to have open palms, like a forgiving baby's heart. This world is getting so worse. He's coming. It says in the Bible, he's coming back. I mean, it's in the Bible. That book of rules is there for you, and people don't serve that. That's what this country was formed on, was religion. That's what this world is meant for us to do, is to serve the Lord. In my church, and I do the best I can. It's up to everybody else to do better.
Got a question right here for you.
What's your first name, sir?
Robert Brown.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown, he seemed to acknowledge that he said, I've taken so much from the victims' families. Do you believe that for those works as well?
I think he got off them drugs and realized what he'd done. And he knew where he was, done so bad and everything. That preacher helped him realize it, and he turned himself around. He really figured it out. I mean, he gained the weight when he got off them drugs. You can just tell it. He gained a lot of weight. That's what drugs will do to you. I mean, I've seen it. I was in Vietnam, and I've seen it in the streets. I've just been educated all my life.
And Mr. Brown, you said it's B-R-O-W-N?
Right.
I appreciate it, Mr. Brown. Thank you. All right, that's it. Ms. Betts will give you all some instructions about wrapping up.